segment today we're talking ready to wear, and of course there's a big event coming up in Nigeria. We're going to be talking about it. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Yes, my name is R2W
Okay,
My business name is R2W. I run the wardrobe on Island. I'm a fashion designer by training.
My name is Izu Wama, and we're part of the R2W Pioneers.
Like I was telling you earlier on, in the industry, the fashion industry, we are having a revolution. And revolution both ways in terms of fashionista and in terms of the designers. There is an area of the industry that is being neglected. That is the ready-to-wear industry. And it's an industry that's really, really powerful for the economy in terms of labor, because ready-to-wear is construction, and anything construction is labor-intensive. It is an area that can really help in solving the unemployment problem in Nigeria, that's one. And also to a chunk of foreign exchange is being spent importing garments from Europe, from Asia. Because Nigerians, they love to dress nice. And as stakeholders want to look inward, why not? Why can't we meet that need? So we decided to come together as a group of different designers that have that body, trying to make an inroad. So we have been building our collections and want to show Nigerians that yes, we have it, we can deliver.
To be honest, from a business perspective, we all agree that in the last 4 years, we've seen the CAGR of Nigeria compound growth rate of Nigeria move from 4 billion to 8 billion, right? So what that means is powered by the new basin, right? So Nigeria's biggest economy. What we don't realize is the biggest contribution to that is actually the informal sector, on which fashion and entertainment is big, right? So it's important that people stop looking at fashion designers as blue-collar workers, because to be honest, the most creative sanctuary is in fashion. Food, clothing, shelter is basic. So how can we build world-class Nigerian brands that are fashion designing? People fly in Tom Ford and all to Nigeria just to come take measurements. Meanwhile, we have Nigeria's biggest exports, powered by Nollywood and of recent the media, is the fashion industry. But then again, none of us is as smart as all of us. People are trying to clap with one hand, or what happens we come together as a collection. So what this whole R2W thing is more than an expo. It's actually a revolution, a powerful community of the most sound and professional fashion designers all coming together to showcase their brand, showcase what they have, because finally I think we can start to build world-class brands that are proudly Nigerian.
Well, two categories of participants. Participants in form of exhibitors. Of course, they've got to network, they've got to showcase their products and meet buyers. And also, you want to make a statement that you have what it takes. As a fashion designer, you have what it takes. And on the other side, the visitors, it's going to be a pleasant surprise. Many people never believe there are some stuff that you can get within Nigeria. So on coming, you want to see, wow, you mean I can get stuff like this in Nigeria? Not only good qualities at affordable prices. And it's just to create a kind of paradigm shift in the thinking of Nigerians. You don't need to go to Dubai, you don't need to go to China to get your wardrobe changed. A 3-day event. The Friday is the opening. We begin to set up, and then we're going to have the event declared open by the Permanent Secretary of our Ministry of Employment.
Lagos State.
Lagos State, yes. And an evening of get-together by designers. That's just the beginning. Then the next day is all-day exhibition. Visitors coming in from different walks of life. And in the evening, we're going to have the fashion show, where the products are actually worn by models on the runway. And of course, the third day, exhibition continues. Then in the evening, we're going to have the award and the closing ceremony. Though we say we are pioneers, but not necessarily pioneers as the only one in the industry. There are the big players that are working hard. We want to recognize them, we want to appreciate them. That's why having the award night.
Well, to be honest, everyone is sort of a celebrity and a star.
Okay.
That's one of the powerful things about the community, where teamwork makes the dream work. So we don't want to take out one person. right? What we totally believe is that together we can divide the effort and multiply the results. So trying to bring out a flagship or a star player might almost be anti what we're trying to do, because we finally agree that in this country that Lone Rangers, the whole idea of being a Lone Ranger, it's sort of very short term. So usually a temporary solution to a permanent problem. So even though one designer wins, the whole industry loses, right? So we want to see a cohesive force, right? And it's important to also state that we're going to have an intellectual part of the exhibition, which is the master class.
Yes.
Because on Saturday we're having the master class, which basically, because if you knew better, you do better, right? Sometimes in life, what drives creativity sometimes intelligence. Matter of fact, someone defined intelligence as creativity, having fun. Right. The problem about this is that there isn't a lot of schools, and this is why we're challenging status quo. There isn't a lot of Nigerian schools that teach you fashion designing in the most creative way. So we're trying to merge the most creative designer and put a lot of intellect. How do you scale up your business, right? So you're a fashion designer, but then again, how can you move from your 2x2 store into a 4x4 world-class brand? There are basically steps to doing that. So I think that it's also important for us to say that whether you're coming as a participant or you're coming as an exhibitor, you're getting a total experience. The Friday, on purpose, put on Friday because we have a culture in Nigeria, like we know. Thank God it's Friday. So it's sort of like a handout. There's a cocktail, there's sort of like a party for Friday. And on Saturday is intellectual and all the exhibition. But it's important to also state that all the 3 days, there'll be exhibitions back and forth all through. So it's a total experience. Matter of fact, we have over 500 designers, and we're expecting more than 5,000 people. Right, it's totally packed, but it's not even about just the event. It's what happens after the event is important. So, like we said, it's a revolution. Revolution will not be televised, but then again, the revolution goes on, right? So we're trying to see at some point maybe finally a Coliseum, right, or a co-creation hub for Nigerian designers. I mean, so it's a powerful concept in itself. The strategy is so on point, but more importantly, we know that passionate people who are coming out for it.
You know, the textile industry is at an end of the value chain of fashion. If you don't develop production in Nigeria, the textile industry continues to have issues. I tell you, if you start ready-to-wear production on a very large scale, automatically there will be high demand for fabric, and before you know it, the textile industry is picking up. For now, you could say you are importing, you are bringing in fabric, because as a designer, I don't believe I should be limited. I don't have to be limited to the African fabric, the African print. I should be able to source my fabric from anywhere. By and large, whether I'm buying my fabric in Nigeria, whether I'm buying my fabric outside the country, it's not the cost of the fabric that determines the cost of my product, but the cost of my productivity and the labor that it entails. Looking at the response, it's going to be, it might even be biannually, because a lot of people are really yearning, they really want to go into that, because that's the next move. And beyond that, we are also trying to develop production in Nigeria, because we expect, even from Europe, production moved from Europe to Asia, and Asia is becoming expensive now. The next stop is Africa, and in Africa, if Nigeria is not prepared, we might miss it. So we need to, yes, we need to really wake up, face the challenges, introduce technology, so that the new move will be Africa as the next production.
So we're going to have various sizes in this display?
Yes, various sizes. That's the only sense, ready to wear in different sizes.
And what categories? Gown, wedding gown?
It depends on your field. It depends on the designer's field. I'm into corporate. I do shirt, I do ladies wear, have them in sizes. Some are into pants, some are just into skirts. You want to be able to just go into a store, shop. You don't need to look for tailor. You don't have any problem with tailor disappointing you. Your clothes are well tailored, they are well made to your size. That's the way you do it in England, in any other part of the world. If you introduce technology into production, it's going to affect your work, because it's going to give you precision tailoring. And it's because we have been doing cut and sew. That's a very small scale of production. It's not really very convenient introducing quality control, but if you are into bigger production, definitely you are bound to introduce quality control into your work, and that will make your finishing to be excellent. Beyond computerized tailoring, I don't want to use computerized tailoring, I want to use computer-aided design and manufacturing, because the steps are quite different. For Nigerians, I'm glad I'm a Nigerian because I know Nigerians are fashionable. They love good things, and we are set as Nigerian fashion designers to meet that need. I don't believe you just manage a work. We are here to produce what will make you happy. You don't have to be a sentiment buyer. You don't have to buy on sentiment. You buy what you love, and that is what we are willing to give you at a very, very good price.
All right. To be honest, I think that this is probably one of those events that's never been held before, right? Finally, Nigeria is getting it right, and we're the first movers in that culture for excellence, and exciting 3 days, right? And more importantly, value for your money, especially for people who are coming to shop. So feel free. It's a few days to Easter, so you're looking for where to do your Easter shopping. You can come having an array of so many designers to choose from, or you just want to hang out, or you just want to understand the enterprise part of fashion. All right, so the event is going to hold at the 10 Degrees Event Center, which is at Billings Way. So if you want to check us out, you can go to the website, expo.r2wpioneers.org, R2W2 as in figure, pioneers.org. You can follow us on any of the social media at R2W Pioneers. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, right? So once again, the venue is 10 Degrees. 10 Degrees is at Billings Way, Ikeja. Fantastic venue, and we hope to see you.
And the date, please.
The date is 23rd to the 25th. So that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 25th of March, 23rd, 25th of March, right? So whether you're coming for the cocktail, you're coming for the expo, you're coming for the master class, or more importantly, you're coming for the runway fashion show, you're guaranteed to have an amazing time.
Okay, fantastic. It's nice having you on our program today, and we look forward to a very good show.
I look forward to seeing you there.
Okay, see you there. It's been a nice discussion with the organizers of the fashion exhibition Ready to Wear in Nigeria by Nigerians, of course by powered by R2W Pioneers. We look forward to be a part of the event, and of course we're going to be showcasing what happened at the event. Don't go away. We'll be on the other side.